Well, after trying the phone number on these boxes at Old World Industries, I finally got someone to answer the phone, and he was a very helpful, friendly young man, and he proceeded to give me the information I was looking for on this date code. The first thing he wanted to know was where I bought the product. I bought it in Columbus, Indiana on August the 15th, and this part here was really throwing me off because this is Saturday, August. This was 2 days before I bought it on that Monday, August the 15th, and I thought, well, that's no way it was made on a Saturday, so I discounted that, but that kind of bugged me. And this bugged me as an expiration date, and he went on to explain there are no expiration dates. After reading him off this entire line here, he said, okay, the CP7 is the manufacturing line in the plant it was made at, and CP7 obviously services at least southern Indiana anyway. So I've just been looking at this as they call it the reverse Julian. So after he explained to me that also, he said you gotta keep in mind that different manufacturing lines in different plants will use different batch codes and different date codes on the dates they were born on. He said this is when the product was made, the first set of numbers. You subtract 1 from this for year 22. It was made in the year 22. And the reverse Julian is that you subtract 260 from 365 days and you get 105. So now when you look up on the Julian calendar, let's go to Google and I'll show you. Google Julian calendar 2022. We come up here and we look for 105. 365 minus 260 is 105. 105 is under the April column. It's in line with the 15. He said this product was made on April the 15th. So once we got that out of the way, he went on to explain these numbers. This number, insignificant. All I wrote down was a question mark. So insignificant. This number, he said, is an important number. It is a batch number from the bulk product in that particular plant. So they'll run so much of this product and then they cut it off and they give it a batch number. Then they run another, and he said this is in case there's recalls or a quality control issue or some kind of a deal like that. So that kind of makes sense. And another big takeaway is he said that there is no expiration date on any kind of a DEF product that Old World Industries makes because you can't control the storage temperature of the product when it's in the warehouses to these different distributors and suppliers. Therefore, he said putting any kind of an expiration date would be a moot point because the expiration is based on temperatures. To give you an example, he said if this product is stored at 50 degrees and a little less, and never opened up in a sealed container, the Blue Def Platinum is basically can be stored indefinitely. And as we go up from 50, say from 55 to 77 degrees, as long as it doesn't exceed 77 degrees, it can be stored right at 18 months. If the temperature goes up to 86 degrees, now the storage is only good for 12 months. And if it exceeds 86 and goes up to 95 degrees, at 95 degrees storage, it's only good for 6 months. So you can see kind of how it's temperature based, and you really see why they cannot put an expiration date on it. Another piece of information he gave me that was interesting, he said once you open the DEF container, whether it's Blue Def Platinum or Blue Def, he said pour it all in the tank. Don't put the lid back on it and put it away for 2 or 3 more months. He said that's how the product can get contaminated. That kind of doesn't make a lot of sense to me. If you use half of it and you put the lid on good and tight and you put it up for a month or 2, I would think you'd be able to use it, but I'm just repeating what he said. He's the expert. So bearing that in mind, here it is, Labor Day weekend, and I'll be putting this in my truck, and was made the middle of April. April, May, June, July, August, September, so it's coming up on 5 months old. I'm going to go ahead and write this out here so you can watch it on the math. So now you're looking at a 22,105, and then just look up Julian calendar. They call it reverse because you have to do subtraction. There are some date codes on some other lines that probably use the straight Julian calendar. If it was not a reverse Julian and just a straight up Julian calendar, it would have said 22,105. And then you look that up and you see it was made on April the 15th. But that's the answer for any product coming off the CP7 manufacturing line anyway. I hope it helps. Drive safe out there. And have a good one.